está mi gente? Para perder el tiempo, empecemos.
Welcome, boys! It's Sin, man. I know it's been a while, guys, since I dropped a video, man. It's been busy and that, you know what I'm trying to say. But we're back, and I'm gonna start dropping videos, you know, frequently like I used to. And today I'm gonna show you guys how to make fire 808s using sound design in Serum. Now, there's two reasons why I wanted to make this video. One, because I'm tired of you lot and your dusty recycled kits, yeah? So I thought, you know what, if I teach these guys how to make their own sounds, when they release drum kits, I might actually want to buy them for once because they're not recycled. You know what I mean? And two, it's because a lot of you guys ask me, yo, how do I make those filthy grinds, those filthy 808s? Where do I get them from? And yeah, I thought today I'm going to show you how I do that, guys. So let's go. Alright, boom. So first, what you want to do, you want to open up Serum. Quick thing, you get me? Let's go. Bang. Serum's open. Now, I'm going to run you through this, bro, because you guys really need to, like, listen to what I'm going to say here. Because this, to a person who's never used this can get pretty complicated, man. Very complicated. So I'm going to explain what I usually do in the process. So the first thing I usually do when I make an 808, I put it on C2. The reason why I put it on C2 is because we're making an 808. Remember, we want a low frequency, so... And I put the key on C as well all the time. Make sure you guys, when you sound design 808s, please don't put it on other keys, bro. Put it on C, because it makes it easier for other people to know what's going on. But yeah, put it on C. And now we got two things here. One, we got this where it says SCA. This means oscillator A, and then we got oscillator B, right? These are the two things we're going to be using that is going to give us the sound for the 808. So for example, if I do this, you hear it sounds different. And if I switch it again to maybe a different sound, it sounds different all the time, right? So that's what we're going to be using. And we're also going to use oscillator B, so it combines basically two of these sounds together. So if I put this one now, there you go, it sounds different, guys. So the first thing I do is I click envelope, right? Envelope. And I also take down the random phase. I take that off the thing because I want a consistent 808 throughout the whole thing. I don't want it, you know, randomly changing. Right, so now that's done. What I also do is I put a sub. This gives more low end to the 808 that I'm going to create. And yeah, from there I usually just experiment with these, you know, see what fits nicely and all that other stuff. So yeah, I'm going to do that a little bit and I'm going to show you what it sounds like, guys. Alright, so guys, that is done and I sort of got the sound that I wanted. So here, I'm going to play it for you here. It doesn't sound the best so far right now because I haven't added all the effects and all that stuff, but I'm going to get into that later.
Stinky boo, stinky boo, stinky bloody boo, ah, stinky boo.
That's so nasty, bro. I'm gonna run that back one more time.
Nice.
That's nasty. So yeah, guys, that's usually the first thing I do when it comes to creating an 808. I find two, you know, sound presets that I like in the both of the oscillators. I combine them together, and yeah, I just mess around with this thing here. Where, you know where it says WT pause, this basically sort of messes with the sound wave, the wave table basically. So if I move this around, you'll hear the difference. Listen. You can hear the difference, and basically I'm just messing with the wave or the wavelengths here. If you can see, like, it changes when I move this. And this is very important, guys, because this can also, you know, sort of affect the sound that you want when it comes to making the 808. Yeah, I think you get the point, guys. Now, the second bit I want to move on to, which is very important, is the effects channel. Now, the effects channel, guys, you're going to be using this to basically add effects to your 808 and make it sound a little bit more unique. So if I put hyperdimension on this, you will hear what it will sound like. You see how different it sounds. Now what you can do, guys, in the effects channel, you can mess around with all these different effects. So you got compressor, you got a reverb, you got delay, chorus, flanger, distortion, etc, etc. You can use all of these to get sort of unique sound for your 808. And basically that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm gonna mess around with this a little bit and I'm gonna show you what it sounds like after I put a couple effects on the 808. Alright guys, now that is done, I want to show you what the 808 sounds like now. So if you listen to the 808 previously, you see it was pretty bland. There's nothing sort of going on. There's no different effects and all that stuff. This is what it sounds like right now. It sounds a lot better. You can see it sounds a little bit different from what it sounded like before. So it sounds a bit better, guys. That's because I added effects. I added a hyper dimension, I added a chorus, a compressor, and an EQ. There are other, things you can also use, but those are the, 4 things I use for this 808. Now I want to talk about something I did here. If you notice, you will see a blue line here. Now, what I did is that I assigned this chorus to a modulator. If you look at the bottom of the screen here, you see LFO1, LFO2, LFO3, LFO4, etc, etc, and those are your modulators. Basically, when you move and mess around with these, it can impact the sound of your 808. So I'll give you an example right now. And you can see basically this is moving, and that is because the modulator is assigned. And you can also move this blue line. If I go like this right now, if I move this right here and I put maybe, let's see what I can do here. If I move this to the side like this, I put it on a quarter bar, this is what it's going to sound like. You hear the difference? If I move it to this side, mess around with it a little bit, you can hear the difference, guys. So yeah, that's what modulators do. You're basically modding either the effect that the effect has on the 808. Does that make sense? The FX, how the effects affect the 808. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That makes sense, guys. I was like, what the hell? I need to retake English, man. But yeah, that's basically what the LFO is for. And you'll use this a lot. I use this a lot to basically give a unique sound to my 808s. Now, I want to do some more things with this. I want to add a filter and all this stuff. Guys, there's so much stuff you can do with Serum. It will take me ages for me to go through everything with you guys. But I just want to go through the basics with you guys so you can understand how to make a nice basic 808 for you for yourself to use. So yeah, I'm gonna do one more thing, and the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mess with the filter here. You see, if I move this, the cutoff, you will see the frequency here change. When I move it, it displays the numbers or the frequency, as you can see. So when I move it here, you can see that the 808 sounds different. When I move it, and that's what that is for, guys. So if I put an LFO on this, I put it on a cutoff mod source, put on LFO2. I mess around a bit with LFO2. I put this to maybe a bar or 2 bar. Put the envelope on. I mess around with it. And I put maybe this. You see how unique that sounds? I can reverse it so it goes the other way around. So it starts off low, then the frequency gets higher. There's so much stuff you can do, guys. But yeah, man, that's just the basics, really. Now, the last and final bit I want to go through you guys now. I just want to go through this last bit with you guys here. And basically here, you see envelope 1, envelope 2, envelope 3. You can also use these and assign this to a lot of these things here, these presets and the effects and all that stuff. You can assign each one of these envelopes to it, and there's a lot more things that you can assign to them, guys. Like you can see, like this will go on, bro. I can't explain all of them, but I'm just showing you what I usually do. So what you can do is that you can mess around with the attack. the hold, decay, and sustain and release. Now, I think you guys already know what those terms mean, because you know there's plugins that use a lot of this stuff. Like compressor uses attack and release and sustain a lot, and other plugins use other stuff too. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the difference of when I use these effects here on the 808. You see how it fades out because I messed with the sustain, and I also messed with the attack and hold at the beginning, so it sort of just rises in smoothly. And yeah guys, that's the basics. We just created a fire 808 that we could probably use in our beats. Now what you do, you just export it, you know, put it in a drum kit that you're making or whatever, and that's it guys. But yeah, that's it for today's tutorial guys. If you like this tutorial guys, please subscribe, drop a like, you know, subscribe to your boy man, because I need subscribers. I want to hit 10k. We're so close. We're practically 3k away from 10k subs guys, and if we get to 10k subs, I'm gonna drop another drum kit sooner. I'm basically working on armed resistance right now, and that's gonna drop by Christmas. And you know, I can't wait for your guys' reactions to when the kit drops, because the kit is going to be fire. But yeah, that's it guys. I'm out boys. Peace.